Good morning, grade 7. Okay, this morning we are talking about decimals and multiplication. Now, this is very easy. It looks difficult, but you can do it. Okay, let me show you how. 4 times 8, 32. Now, once again, 4 times 8, 32. And now, how many spaces after the decimal? 1. So in my answer, I need 1 space after the decimal. So there's my 1 space after the decimal. Answer 3,2. Following, next one. 4 times 8. Once again, 32. How many spaces after the decimal? 1, 2. There I have it, 1, 2. Answer 0,32. Next one. 4 times 8. 32. How many spaces after the decimal? 1, 2, 3. In my answer, I need 3 spaces after the decimal. So the answer, 0,032. Next one, once again, 4 times 8. So I ignore all of the zeros and I start by saying 4 times 8, 32. Now I count 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces after the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces after the decimal. That's my answer. Okay, now we know this. We've done it before, but let's do it again. 1 times 0,8. The identity of 1, it doesn't change the number, so it's going to say 0,8. 10 times 0,8. This means that 0,8 plus 0,8 plus 0,8 plus 0,8. You can go on like that forever until you get to 10. You are making this number 10 times bigger. So I'm going to move my decimal, it's going to move in that direction. Because if I move my decimal from there to there, that number is going to become bigger. Remember, when I multiply, I make the number bigger. So if I'm multiplying with 10, it's got 1 0. I will move my comma 1 space. My answer will be, so I had 0,8, but now I will move my comma 1 space from there to there. My answer will be 8, 0, which is exactly the same as 8. Okay, next one. 100 times 0,8. Now, again, I have 0,8, but I've got to move my comma 2 spaces. So I have 0, 8, 0, 0. I'll just add a few zeros. Okay, at the moment, my comma is in front of the 8, but now I need to move it 2 spaces to make it bigger. So here I jump. 1, 2. My new answer will be 80. Because 80, 0, 0, 0 is exactly the same as 80. Next one. I have 0,8. I have 0,8. But I have to make my answer bigger. How many times bigger? 1, 2, 3. 3 times bigger. That number is going to become, this one's going to become 1,000 times bigger. So at the moment, I've got my comma over there. So I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3 spaces. My new answer, 800. This one, I have 0,8. At the moment, I have a comma there. We can add in the zeros. How many spaces do I need to move my comma? 4 spaces. At the moment, it's there. So I'm going to move it. 1, 2, 3, 4. My new answer, 8,000. Okay, now in the book, you have to finish activity 7.6a. I'm going to explain activity 1c. Now they multiplied with 12, but I'm going to multiply it with 5. It works exactly the same whether you are multiplying with 5, 30, 500, it doesn't matter. I'm using a smaller number just to explain it. It's going to make the explanation simpler. So we start again. 0, 6 times 5. So I start by saying 6 times 5. Answer 30. How many spaces after the comma? 1 space after the comma. In the answer, 1 space after the comma, my answer will be 3. Now you could have left it like that. It doesn't matter. 3, 0 and 3, exactly the same thing. 0, 04 times 5. First thing that I say, 4 times 5. That's 20. How many spaces after the comma? 1, 2. How many spaces after the comma in the answer? 2. That's my answer. Once again, I don't need that 0. Answer 0, 2. This will still be correct if you wrote it like that for me. Next one, 1, 2. And now all of you have a heart attack. You ignore the comma and you say 12 times 5. That gives me 60. 6, 0. How many spaces after the comma? Well, only 1. That's where I put my comma. Answer 6. Next one. I ignore all of the zeros and the comma. What is 9 times 5? 9 times 5? 45. How many spaces after the comma? 1, 2, 3. How many do I have? 1, 2. Add in another one. Comma 0. 1, 2, 3 spaces after the 0. Answer 0, 045. Last one. 1, 9 times 5. Ignore the comma. 19 times 5. 10 times 5, 50. 9 times 5, 45. 50 plus 45, 95. So I have 95. How many spaces after the comma? Well, only 1. 1 space. Answer 9, 5. Okay, so that's how you do number 1C. Now number 2A. 3, 4 times 200. You do exactly the same thing. You ignore the comma and you say 34 times 200. But to make it easy, I start with 34 times 2. 34 times 2 gives me 68. So I write 68. But it's not 34 times 2. It's 34 times 200, which means I need extra 2 zeros. Now, once again, the question. How many spaces after the comma? 1 space. Where do I put my comma? 1 space. There we go. Answer 680. Next one. Once again, I ignore all of the commas and I ignore the zeros and I say 8 times 12,000. 8 times 12, that's 96. 96. But it's not 8 times 12, it's 8 times 1,200. So I need to add those 2 zeros. 1, 2. And now, the last, the final question. How many spaces after the comma? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There, my comma goes in there. 9, 6. If you keep on following the rules and if you do it the way that I do it, you will not make a mistake. But if you start just counting without doing these hops and things, that's when you are going to make a mistake and that's where you're going to lose your marks. Okay, guys, very important for the test that we are writing. Hope you are going to study hard. Okay, keep well. See you again. Bye.